Hey everybody, welcome to finally another time lapse video. I know I haven't uploaded a time lapse in so long since like December, and I haven't uploaded an actual portrait in over 2 months. So finally doing that again, but I have decided to use this video as an example for the topic that I want to discuss today, which is making mistakes and failures when it comes to being an artist. And I just want to clarify my definition of what a fail is. Whenever I post a video or a drawing that I'm working on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and I call it a fail, it's not because it's ugly or it isn't creative enough or the skill was lacking or it doesn't look realistic or whatever. It's a fail in my opinion because it doesn't look the way it was supposed to look. It doesn't look how I planned for it to look. My dream didn't come to life the way I wanted it to. So a lot of people kind of like, whenever I say that, oh, this is a failed piece, people are like, what? Like, are you crazy? This is amazing. I wish I could do half of what you did here or whatever. This is beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I never said it wasn't beautiful. I'm just saying it just wasn't what it was supposed to be. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about how mistakes can help you and why I think it's important to recognize those mistakes, because people also tell me that I should stop focusing on the mistakes I made, or like, I guess, announcing something as a fail, because people, they don't see it as that and they think I'm like being hard on myself. So I just want to really address that today in this video. So first, I'm just gonna say that when I was a beginner, I used to get so frustrated if something came out wrong that I would be like almost to the point of tears. And I would be completely like satisfied with how my work was going as I was working on it, but when I finished, I would just stare at it and stare at it and stare at it for hours on end. And the more I stared at it, the uglier it would get, or it would start to not look like the person that I drew. And then I would just like analyze and reanalyze, trying to figure out what was wrong with it so that I could fix it. And so I would make all these adjustments, like 25 adjustments in a row, and it still wouldn't look like that person to me. And then now the piece is just overworked and it's just completely ruined. So that's how I used to be when it came to making mistakes. And I had to tell myself to stop doing that. I had to make myself stop doing that, because it was, first of all, it was discouraging me as an artist. It was making me feel like maybe this isn't for me, you know, which is crazy. And I just had to step back, and like, in order for me to start accepting that my work didn't have to be 100% perfect to be good, I had to tell myself, once you finish something and you say that you're done with this piece, it's complete, do not keep going back to it trying to find something new that's wrong with it. I think all artists have been guilty of that. And when I start getting to that point, well, it doesn't happen anymore, but when it was happening, my like solution for that, like when I started to get really super frustrated with the fact that it wasn't going right, I would just tell myself to just stop. If I'm working on a specific piece and it's not going right and I keep trying to fix it and it's just not getting there, I have to tell myself to just stop for the night and come back to this another day. And that's perfectly fine. I actually think that's the best thing you can do, instead of like continuing to work on something while you're frustrated, because it's only going to get worse, which it did. Every time it would just get destroyed. And I find that when I do take a step back and come visit again another day, it's going so much better for me. So that was my solution for being frustrated with my own work. So this piece in this time-lapse video that we're looking at right now, it was supposed to be part of a Valentine's Day series that is no longer happening. It's happening. I'm doing the portraits, but it's just not going to be done by this Valentine's Day. It's probably going to be done by next Valentine's Day, because I completely overestimated myself for this, thinking I was going to get it done by February 14th, okay? So this was going to be the first piece, right? It is of Han Hyun Min. He's a Korean Nigerian model in South Korea, and his face is absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to draw his face. He has really, really nice eyes, so I wanted to draw him like looking like he's staring into your soul. And I wanted him to be against kind of a peachy pink background, and he has really tall hair. He has like a fro on top with shaved sides, kind of like me. So I kind of replaced his hair with flowers. I'm supposed to be practicing flowers because I'm not that good at them, so I wanted to use flowers in every piece for this Valentine's Day series. So I replaced his hair with flowers, and I also wrote love in the background in Korean. I had to look that up on Google Translate, so let's just hope that's accurate. So that was how this was supposed to turn out. Now, the reason I am calling this a fail is not because he doesn't look good, and not because it's not pretty. I do think it's beautiful. I just don't think that it looks like him. It didn't turn out the way that I imagined it in my head. As you can tell from this time lapse, I worked a really, really long time on his nose. For some reason, his nose was just so freaking hard for me to get the shading correct on. And it doesn't look like it would be hard to do, but for some reason, I just seriously struggled with it. And I had to draw and like rework and reshade his nose like 30 times. I felt like the shape of his face I couldn't get right, and specifically down by his jaw and his chin. And I also feel like maybe his eyes are too close together, or maybe just the eyebrows. I don't know. It's just something about the structure and the proportions just make it like look like it could be a picture of his fraternal twin brother or something, but not him. And so I'm just not feeling it. And after a while, I kind of lost the inspiration to even work on the portrait because I was starting to get discouraged. I did like stop and come back to it, and a few times I did that, and it just still would not work for me. So I haven't given up completely. I've just given up on making it the way I wanted it to look. I'm thinking maybe I might even just like pretend it's not a portrait of him, like it's just a portrait of somebody else. Because it's not a bad painting at all. Like it's really beautiful. I think it just needs some adjustments, but it just doesn't look like Han. But yeah, I want people to know that when I announce my mistakes or when I talk about them or whatever, it's honestly me giving myself constructive criticism. Now, if I make a post and I say, I fucking hate this drawing, I can't believe that I did this bullshit, like it looks terrible, blah blah blah, then yeah, you can you can tell me to calm down and stop being so hard on myself, but I never do that. I always post something and I say, well, in this one, I didn't draw the wrinkles in this shirt really well. I feel like that's something I need to work on. So I'm gonna start practicing drawing wrinkled shirts. I'll say something like that because I think giving yourself constructive criticism is good. I think it's really important to recognize your own mistakes, because how else are you going to learn that, oh, you need to be better at this, or I need to work on this a little bit. I don't think my work is bad or ugly, or I don't think I'm a bad artist or anything like that. I just think that we as artists need to be honest with ourselves. That's it. So that's all I have to say about this topic. So thank you for watching this video. Okay, I'm gonna end this because I've been talking for too long. Thank you guys for watching. Please thumbs up, please subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I've been thinking about maybe writing them on special paper in case someone wants to keep it, because my notes are just that special and people love them so much. But for now, I just stick to this. Please note my beautiful golden gel pen. I wanted a cute way to seal the order after I fold it up, and even though it's not really necessary.